Swap Meet is a 1979 film directed by Brice Mack. This is written by Steve Krantz, and we have a cast including Jon Gries, Ruth Cox, Deborah Richter, and Rhea Perlman and Danny DeVito. Rhea Perlman's not in it as much as I would have liked. Danny DeVito's in it, yeah, a little bit. I do really like his character. As for the film, I guess it's fine. I didn't particularly love it. There were some scenes that I liked. In general, I'd say I didn't care for this. But if it's your kind of film about teenagers coming together, many of them sexually charged, then you might enjoy it. The concept sounded better than the execution for me, though. Basically, it's about these kids, these teenagers, who mess up a car, and it's going to cost $250 to repair the car, and they haven't got the money for this, so they decide to sell things at a swap meet, hence the title. And while they're at the swap meet, there are also a lot of girls, and they're interacting with them, and you can imagine how some of those scenes go. And in general, that's the most basic premise. And the swap meet aspect did appeal to me. That sounded relatively interesting, but the execution just, it was fine. As I said, it wasn't terrible, but I personally didn't get very much out of this film. The characters are fine, the performances are fine. The only character I really liked is Danny DeVito's, who plays the car mechanic, but I'm probably a bit biased because I do like Danny DeVito. But I also think it's fair to say that any character DeVito plays, he just draws the eye immediately. His performance is always so brilliant. He tends to play a lot of similar characters, but I rather enjoy his performance in this. And in general, I thought it was an okay film. It wasn't tedious to sit through, but there were some scenes that I just found really boring. But as I said, there were some scenes that were okay. Interestingly for me, the scenes that I typically enjoyed revolved around the car, and I don't care for cars. I don't drive, don't want to drive, had a couple lessons and hated it. So I'm trying to work out why, and I think that's because of, I guess, the suspense of will they get the money, will they repair the car? It doesn't sound that suspenseful, but for me, that was the part of the narrative I cared for the most. Do I recommend it? Only if it really, really sounds like it would appeal to you, because otherwise I don't think there'll be a lot in it. Or indeed, if there's anybody in the cast you like, in which case, yeah, there might be something in it. But for me, it was definitely a one-time watch. It was maybe slightly below average for me, and I wouldn't watch it again. But if it sounds like it would appeal to you, check it out. Let me know what you think. It's definitely not for me, though.